What's up, everybody? Crazy Eights here, and today we're gonna take a look at BLOKEES Infinity Saga Captain America. So let's take a quick look at the box, and then I'll show you everything else. So this is a nice, glossy, shiny box. You got the figure right here, and then behind him you got all the sprues. Here's a model kit with 94 pieces, champion class, Captain America. You don't need paint. You don't have to paint him. No glue, and you don't need snips. If you want a cleaner cut, I would say use the snips, but it's really not necessary. Here he is on this side, BLOKEES logo and cap right there. On this side, you have the Infinity Saga, Marvel Studios. Back of the box, you got Cap wielding, just gonna say Thor's hammer. It's still early yet. And his shield, and look at the instructions along with more of the sprues and Captain America and accessories, and all that good stuff. He comes with extra hands as well. Here it is on the top of the box. Very shiny, very glossy. And finally, the boring bottom. If you need a barcode, if you're into that kind of thing, here you go. So that's the box. So, I had a whole video of me building him, of me going through the process of building him, showing him how he snaps together and all that. It got corrupted and it wouldn't even let me download it. So I gotta skip all that and just show you the figure, which kind of sucks because it was a good video. I ain't gonna lie. I had a lot of fun building it. But anyway, let's just pretend I built him and you guys saw that video. So here he is built in all his glory. Let's take off his accessories. Take these off. And let's just take a look at the figure itself. So here is Captain America's head sculpt. It's a dark blue. I hope they do come out with like a comic one with the lighter blue chainmail look that he had with the pirate gloves and the boots. With the old school cap. I like that look also. But here he is from the movie. Got the wings embedded on the side of his head, along with the A right there. And you got the chin strap. And then going down, he's got the star right front and center, done silver, and then the red and white on the rib cage. Nice Avengers logos right there on both sides of the shoulders. He's got the straps around the back, around the front that lead into the back for I don't know if it's a clip or a buckle or a magnet. It's supposed to be, maybe it's the magnet that holds the shield on. But some really good detailing on the figure, some textures as well on the arms, as you can see. Not my favorite costume, really. I actually like the first Avengers costume the best. The one from the first Avengers movies was just horrible. Way too ugly. And you got the brown boots. Now, these things are highly articulated. You know, you could look down, look up, 360. I mean, looking up does that. Don't want to do that. Arms themselves, they go all the way out. All right, you have a 360. They do move a little bit. Like there is like a little, kind of like a little gap between the arm and the joint. I don't know if it's kind of press it in or not, but anyway, 90 degrees that way. Does have a upper tilt. Hands do rotate. Nothing at the wrist rotates. You have very slight wrist movement. Ab crunch. And go that back this far, forward this far. Not much, but enough to get the pose in there. He could go side to side as well with it, and it does rotate all the way around. Legs, they do go all the way out like that. This is high. Let's see. There you go. Again, like that. Or you only can go so far. It looks like there is a tolerance before everything comes popping off on you. So be careful with that. Just learn that now. Legs could go up far. That up high this way They could go back like that. Again, don't force it because you don't want them to pop off. Really deep, nice deep knee bend, which is nice. It has a ball joint. These are all ball joints, so you get some spin on the top of the thigh. Nothing at the bottom, but you do have like a foot rotation and a toe tilt, which is nice. So you get him in some really decent poses. You know, that's the really good thing about it. Now let's do the accessories. So for hands, I have a holding hand for the hammer and an open hand right here. So you also get a more like wided spread hand for the left hand. You get a more closed one for the right to match the one that I have on his left hand right here. So it's the same one but on the right hand. And then of course you got two fists, a left and right fist. And here's the detail on the gloves, brown glove, fingertips exposed. And then you have this extra piece. Now this is for if you want to put this shield on the back. This piece pops off. Like so, and you could put this on back here, and I'll show you how the shield holds on with this. If I could grab it. So you take this piece, and that pegs into the back, and I'll show how that works with this shield. And then speaking of the shield, here it is. Red, silver, and blue. It's got almost like the same thing like the Marvel Legends. It's got the C-clip onto it. This comes off. This C-clip, so you could put it on his hand or on his back, and we'll show that off in a minute. And then here is Thor's hammer. Big old chunky mace with short stubby handle. Got some good details on it though. It's got the ornament design around the tips on both sides. It's got the nub up there. Brown handle, silver base, which is really nice. So now with the shield, I never did this part, so I'm not sure how this works. Let me figure this out real quick. I know I was missing a piece. So you have a smaller C-clip, and then you got this post right here that will peg into the back of him, like so. It pegs into his back, and then you could take the shield itself if you wanted to. And put the shield on that way if you wanted him to have storage on the back of it. Which looks kind of good, but then from the side it kind of messes up the profile of it. It should be closer to his back. So I won't be using that at all. He's gonna be holding him. So I'm gonna put the clip back on. This little thing. I'm gonna use that instead. I'm not gonna put him on his back, but that's an option you can do. Here he is with the hammer and holding the hammer and the shield. I feel like the shield's a little small. It looks a little small in hand. I don't know if it's just me, but it does look a little small. But he holds everything just fine. Really, really cool look. A really fun build too, by the way. I like these. I gotta get more. So let's do some comparisons and see how he stacks up with the other figures I got. Here he is with a Lego cap. You can see this way big size difference. I forgot what line this Captain America was from, but I think it's 5 points of articulation, very stiff. But this one is a little taller. But this is the costume color I want to get for BLOKEES to put out. I think this was a Diamond Selects one, if I remember correctly. This is the bigger ones that came out way earlier. You can see a huge size difference. These are bigger than Marvel Legends as well. I think it's Diamond. I think Diamond Selects. Finally, here they are with Marvel's Legends size, so you can see the big size difference in these. It's a lot smaller. I like this cat. All right, so that was my look at Blockees Infinity Saga Captain America. These are fun to build, easy to build, but you're gonna have a blast doing them. I like model kits. I like Legos. Anything that's building, I'm in. A really cool figure. And one thing I forgot to mention also, the directions are very easy to follow. But you know, I feel like once you do one, you could do them all. Maybe I don't know, a little more involved. A lot going on, but everything's labeled. The sprues are labeled, so you can't really mess it up. It's a very easy build. But yeah, the figure's great detail and great articulation. A lot of accessories too. Really a lot of accessories. I don't have any gripes or nitpicks. I feel like the shield's a little small. That's about it. But besides that, it's a really cool figure. Definitely a fun build. I think I want to get the Wolverine next, or maybe Iron Man. I'm not sure, but these are really cool and they're affordable. I think this was $14.99. I believe at Walmart. That's where I picked them up. But anyway, that's it. That's my look at Blockees Captain America from the Infinity Saga. Unfortunately, I don't have the build video. It got ruined. But I can show the figure, right? Thanks for watching.